Hi, this is Jim Myrick with the Myrick and Young team. Today is Michael Mendoza, and we're talking a little bit more and continuing with our conversation about what to expect after we go through the qualification part of a loan modification. So, I've gone through all the paperwork you talked about.
Right.
We qualify, we have a 31%.
Right.
What do I expect now after, let's say they approve me or don't approve me? How long does it take?
Well, typically, the first step really is when we talk to the banks, we want the banks to give a preliminary approval.
Mm-hmm.
They will do that over the phone after I give all the financial information, so the income, the debts, the budget. Because
So they do it on the phone,
on the
preliminary
phone
approval.
to
Okay.
see that they seem to pass.
Okay.
And then we send in the package that verifies all the information we gave them.
Okay.
The next step is that it will take about 60 days on average right now
Okay.
to get it through the system to get an initial trial payment. The trial payment is designed that, let's say they say you do qualify, now we want to see that you can make the trial payment, which is almost always going to happen because the average payment drops $1,000 or
Wow.
more.
Wow.
So it only makes sense you can make the trial, but you have to make that payment for 3 months consecutively.
Okay.
Once you do that, then it will typically just roll over into a permanent modification at that time.
Got it. Got it. So, like, do you have a little bit of like what the timing of it is? How long is the loan? What the interest rates are? What's
There's two types of modifications that are being given out. They're going to be over the remaining years of the loan. So let's say you have a 30-year loan and you've had it for 5 years, there's 25 years left. So one modification will be for 25 years. If it seems that the payment still cannot get down to that 31%, they will extend the life of the loan to 40 years.
Wow, 40 years. Okay.
So you get a 40-year loan. There's no 30-year option, people ask. It's a 40-year loan, and that brings the payment lower and more affordable. And so those are the two options that you end up with. Most modifications right now are being approved at the current market rate, which is about 4%, has been for several months. But you start at a lower interest rate for 6 years. The first 5 years is at 2%.
Wow.
And that's the percentage you qualify at. So that's very important. It makes it easier to qualify for the modification.
Okay.
The year 6 it goes to 3%, and then year 7 it goes to 7%, and it stays. I'm sorry, year 7 it goes to 4%, and it stays at the 4%. Never changes after that.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Well, that sounds like a great deal. We should take a chance on that.
Yeah, I think it's a really good deal. It allows people to save their homes. And more importantly, what's happening in the last 4 months or so, most all banks are now reducing principal.
Wow.
Which
so
they weren't doing prior to.
how much would we expect? Like whatever it's worth, they reduce down to?
They're getting down to within about 15% of the value. It's not down below the value of the property, but it's close to it. And I've seen modifications get approved where they're forgiving $150,000, $200,000, $250,000
Wow.
above the value of the house.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you, Michael, for coming. And if you have any questions, please look at the phone number that's being scrolled on the screen right now. And we'll be here to help you on any loan modification questions and assistance you might need.